Hello and welcome. Now in this video we're going to be talking about some advanced online business building steps, and we're going to do an overview right now about what we are going to be talking about for the next several videos. Now you've probably already mastered the principles of affiliate marketing, and this is really the first step. It's your entryway into making money online. And what you're doing in affiliate marketing, of course, is you are selecting an offer. You're going to one of the affiliate networks, finding it, and then you're promoting it on those places where people gather to talk about their interest or to talk about their problem, that you are providing a solution for them through the product that you are promoting. Now, there are a few other steps that if you can add on to your understanding of affiliate marketing, you are actually going to be able to build a more complete online business. We're going to be talking about that in these videos. So what you'll need to do is to focus on these next steps, or these things that you're going to be adding on to the foundation that you already have. Those things are list building, joint ventures, and product creation. If you don't know what those are, and if they sound intimidating, don't allow them to be. These are going to be just as natural as the principles that you learned in affiliate marketing. When you add them on, you are going to be able to increase your income. Now, when you add these things to your business, you are going to see your sales increase, and you're going to be able to generate more consistent cash flow from your online business. Now, when we talk about list building, we are basically talking about managing your customers and prospects using email marketing. You probably purchased a course like this, or you may have purchased something online and you found out about it through email. And you are going to find out how to do this in this set of videos. Now, this list building and email marketing, it is the most profitable and efficient way to make money online. You may have heard the expression that the money is in the list. Well, you're going to know how to build your own list so that you can email that list and you can generate additional income. Now, in most of this advanced course, most of what we're going to be talking about in this set of videos, we are going to focus on that process. But there are some other aspects that when you add them on, they will also increase your income. One of those things is product creation. And this is producing your own information product, either from scratch or with help from other marketers. We are going to talk about that in this course. Joint ventures. And this is a great way for you to be able to get traffic to your offers that you create by working with others who are also product creators and other affiliate marketers inside of your market or niche. Now, since you're going to benefit from email marketing and list building, probably, and we're going to focus the most, we're going to start our discussion here. We're going to start our discussion about how you can start, even as an affiliate marketer, to build your own list, and so that you can generate more income and more profit. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about the first step in your doing email marketing or list building. Now, you've probably received an email from time to time from other marketers and other entrepreneurs, and those emails come in a form that looks like this. When you see the email, it'll look something like this, and if you scroll down at the bottom, you'll notice that you can either unsubscribe or change your contact details. These are emails that are being sent by an autoresponder company. And what these autoresponder companies do is they allow you to send email without fear of anyone ever accusing you of being a spammer, because in order to send an email from an autoresponder company, you have to get permission from the receiver. And that is why autoresponder companies are important for you to use in terms of being able to market your business. One of the things that you don't want to do is to start emailing your customers or emailing prospects through email, because, first of all, again, it would be difficult to prove that that person gave you permission. And this will actually, this email, if I send it from this address, would probably end up in a spam folder. And you want your customers to be able to get your emails so that they can see what it is that you have to offer. It's for that reason that you're going to want to get your own autoresponder account so that you can send emails just like this. Now, while there are several companies that marketers use, there are three primary accounts or primary companies that most internet marketers use in order to do email marketing. One is called MailChimp. You want to be aware with MailChimp that even though it's free to start, they are not big fans of affiliate marketing. And there are times when if you use MailChimp, you could run afoul of their terms of service. One marketing company or one autoresponder company that's friendly to internet marketers is GetResponse. And you'll actually see a number of large-scale marketers using GetResponse. It's a great company to use in order for you to use their tools to send in emails to your customers and prospects. And it'll have everything that we need that we're going to be talking about in this course. Another company is Aweber. They're also friendly to internet marketers and understand how you do business as well as the features that you need in order to start and run your online business. So in order to get started, one of the things that you'll need to do is you'll probably need to pick a company. And again, either one of these companies are going to be good. Again, if you choose to use MailChimp, remember that even though it's free and even though it's free to get started, there are going to be some times when you may be restricted in terms of the things that you want to do in your internet marketing business. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to enter into one of the autoresponder company accounts. We're going to set up an email list, and we're going to set up a form where people can put their name and email address in order for them to become part of your customer database. Now, while you can certainly use any of the other autoresponder companies that we talked about in an earlier video, we are going to be working with GetResponse for this course. So we're going to go into the GetResponse dashboard, and we're going to start by setting up a list there. Now that you've set up your account with GetResponse, what we are going to do is we're going to start by creating a campaign. And all we've got to do here is there is a drop-down menu here, and we are going to get started by going to that drop-down menu, and then we're going to select this link that says Create Campaign. And we're going to start there. So go ahead and click that link that says Create Campaign. And then you're going to come to a space where you're going to name your campaign. Now, this name does have to be unique across all of the GetResponse customers as well as all of their lists. So one of the things that I do in order to create a unique name is I will name it based on my niche as well as the year as well as the month and then sometimes even the day. So in this particular case, if I'm going to be working with the internet marketing and I'm going to be working, let's say, in February of 2015, and let's say I might be working at the 28th day. Okay, then this will give me an idea, and it'll also give me a little reference point as to when I actually created the list. And so I'm going to go ahead and click Create Campaign. And what you're going to notice there is that this has already been successfully created. Now, you may get a message that says that your list name has been taken. You might have to do another one. But if you pretty much use something like the system that I just showed you, you are going to be fine in terms of your name being available. Now, you're going to see four spaces here. One where we talk about creating a newsletter, creating an autoresponder, and editing campaign settings. For now, I'm not going to talk about creating a newsletter or creating an autoresponder. What I am going to do is I'm going to go into editing my campaign settings. So let's do that now. Now when you come in, what you're going to want to do is to come to the Profile tab. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit my campaign title. I'm going to call it something unique. I'm going to write in a unique title based on what I know I'm going to be doing in terms of collecting names and email addresses for this list. Okay, so I have a unique name. I'm going to click Save. Then they kind of want you to kind of put your list into a category. We can do that. And in this particular case, I'm going to say that I'm primarily focusing on education. And then I'm going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to do my campaign description. Okay, so I've got a little description there. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. right? And because it's going to be about those who want to learn how to make money online, I'm going to write that in there. Whatever your particular market is, you can just write that in there into your campaign description. If you have a logo for your online company, you can put that there. All you're going to have to do is upload it. I'm going to skip that step. We're not going to do that right now, and we are going to go on to the next step. Now, if you're just getting started, you can leave these default settings the way they are. You do want to have a confirmed opt-in for those who subscribe by email or web subscriptions. When you get more advanced, you may want to work without the confirmed opt-in, but as you get started, it's best to go ahead and use double opt-in. You can actually have this message being sent by HTML, or in other words, they're going to see images instead of just a plain text email. But again, you can leave these default settings unless you have an idea of why you want to change them to either a custom URL. You can just let your confirmation page be hosted by GetResponse. So we're going to leave those settings there. Now, what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back to this general tab here, put in any details that I'll need. But for the most part, I'm going to suggest that you leave the default settings in the general tab unless you have a reason to change them. Now, if we completed that, we're going to now go to the next step. And that next step is to create a web form. So we're going to go here, we're going to click Create New, and we're going to click that link in the dashboard. Now, what we're going to do at this page is we're basically going to create a form where your customer or your prospect they're going to put their name and email address, and when they put it in there, it's going to automatically be stored at GetResponse inside of a database of your names and email addresses, and it will prove that you have permission to send these customers and prospects email. So what you're going to do is to pick one of these designs, maybe one of the ones that you feel is most or closest to what it is that you are going to be offering. And then when you do that, then you're just going to click, and you're going to click Apply. And then that's going to give you the ability to work on this to work on this some. If you want to make it larger, you can do that. And what you're going to do here is you're going to write in here. Things that will entice your site visitor in order to come and actually get what it is that you have to offer them. Now, we're going to be talking about that in the next video. We're going to be talking about giving your site subscribers a bribe in order for you to get their name and email address. And this is what you're going to kind of fill in here. We do have to do this step before we talk about a bribe so that you'll know how to edit your form. And when you determine what your bribe is, you're going to write in here something that will entice your visitors to want your bribe. But for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to write in a line here, even though we know we're going to come back and change it. Okay, so I've written this in here. And again, we may come back and change this once we determine what our bribe is. I'm going to click Apply. And then we basically have a form where our users can actually sign up. If you want to work with that button to make it a little more centered. And then what we want to do is we want to just click Next Step, and that's going to bring us to a page where we're going to be looking at the list of choices here. We want to just leave the default settings the way they are and click Default Thank You Page, because that's where we're going to look. Now, when you get to be more advanced or you have a good idea of what you want to do with some of these other things, you can do them. But if you're just getting started, it's probably a good idea just to use the default settings and to go forward. So basically now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next step. We're just going to click Next Step here. And that's going to bring us to this page. Now, for purposes of this course, we're going to use this button that says GetResponse is going to host our form. And we're going to go ahead and click Copy to Clipboard. And then we're going to have the URL that's actually going to be our form. We put that URL in our browser. We notice that our form comes up here, and now our customers now have a place to put their name and email address. And when they do that, they're going to be part of our database. You'll also notice that you can actually make changes and edits to the form where you have there. You can actually change the look and feel of this if that's not something that you like, and make it into something that you like. And then you will then have a squeeze or autoresponder page in order to start collecting leads. Of course, to edit the form, we could just go back to the previous step and go back to the design phase, and then we can make it look exactly the way we want. But for the most part now, we have a form that we like, we have a form that we now can work with, and we are going to now go to the next step. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. We have been talking about how you're going to get people to sign up for your email marketing list. And one of the ways that you do that is to create an email marketing bribe. And we're going to be talking about that in particular in this video. Now, in terms of creating an email bribe, you're really creating this in order to get people to exchange their name and email address with you. You will need to give them some kind of incentive. In other words, they're not just going to give you their name and email address just to be on your subscriber list. You have to give them something that they feel like they need or that they want. Typically, what you're trying to do is to give them some kind of information that they want in order to solve a particular problem or in order to accomplish a particular goal. Typically, if you do this and you make it so that your bribe is irresistible, they will not even think about giving you their email address. So how do you create a bribe that is irresistible? Well, you want to give your subscriber, your potential subscriber, you want to promise them 5 concrete tips, or typically someplace between 5 and 10, something that will be so attractive that, again, they will not hesitate in giving you their email address. Now, in terms of how you deliver those tips, you can record some audio. You can create a PDF document, or you can create a video and show them something specific in terms of what they can do to accomplish the goal or to solve the problem that you want to help them to solve. And this bribe is enough typically to get them to give you their name and email address if you found the right audience. Now, in some cases, you can purchase an information product that's ready-made for a bribe by picking up private label rights or resale rights products. Now, you will also want to make sure that the bribe comes in a form that your users will be able to easily consume it from their mobile device or from their personal computer. You want to give them a sense of immediate satisfaction. You want to make sure that you give them something that they can consume it as soon as they put their name and email address into your form. You also want to make sure that it's easy deliverable and downloadable, and you're going to need to put it inside of a zipped or compressed format. We'll show you what that means here in a minute. Now, assuming that you do not have or you're not using hosting of your own, you can get hosting from various sites on the web, and we're going to show you one called copy.com. Now, another way to deliver your bribe is to give them a video. And you can create a video on YouTube that is unlisted so that only the people that you give the link to will be able to see it. People will not be able to go to YouTube and search for it. So you can actually give your subscriber or your potential subscriber what you promised them by creating an informative video that will either show or demonstrate to them how they can accomplish their goal or solve their problem. Now, once you have the link to that deliverable, you can use it as the first message or part of the first message that you'll send your website visitors when they subscribe. And it's important to do this because you typically want them to go through that opt-in process and the checkout or the check-in process where they have to confirm their email address, so that when they confirm their email address, they will then get your bribe. They will get your deliverable. Now, let's go through some of these basics on screen. Now, we talked about creating an audio, and one of the best ways to do that is to use the free program that allows you to create audio from your personal computer. If you have a mic and headset, actually if you have a mic, you can record audio and you can deliver your tips that way and create an MP3 file. You'll need the program Audacity. If you'd like to create a screencast video or one that shows what you are looking at on your computer screen, you can do one just like the one that I'm doing right now. you can use the program, and again, it's free. It's called Screencast-O-Matic. This will allow you to create an MP4 video that you can also deliver to your customer as your bribe. If you want to create a PDF, now if you have Microsoft Word, this feature is built into Microsoft Word, but if you don't have Microsoft Word, you want to create a document and you need to convert it into a PDF, you can use any of these free programs if you download or if you Google free PDF maker. Use one of the programs, and typically when I do that, I typically use one from cnet.com because they're free of viruses. The rest I'm not too sure about, but if you use this one, you can typically find one that's going to be free of viruses. You can use it to create a PDF so that you can deliver your tips in that way. And of course, whenever you create a video, you can always upload it directly to youtube.com and get the link. Now, one of the things that you'll want to think about is where you are going to put the files if you are going to use a downloadable format. Now, before we do that, I think I talked about the fact that you are going to need to be able to zip up your documents, and one of the ways that you do that, you go inside of your drive, you just simply right-click, and you send your information to a compressed folder. Once you've done that, then you will have a file that is zipped and it is ready for delivery. You can do the same thing with a Word document. You can do the same thing with a PDF document. You can simply zip it. And this makes your documents, these makes your bribe, it makes it deliverable when it is going to be downloaded. So we can always go and zip and compress our files to make them ready to download. Now, one of the other things that you're going to want to be aware of is that if you're not using your own hosting, you will need to have a free hosting account where you can deliver the actual file. Now, right now, I am in the free hosting account called copy.com, and that means I can store some files here. Now, you're not going to have an unlimited amount of storage for your files. You will eventually want to get hosting, but if you want to get started, you can get a free account at copy.com, and all I need to do now is just download or just literally drag and drop my downloadable folder into copy.com. Once I do that, all I'll need to do is to go back to this file, and then all I literally need to do is to create a downloadable link. And so in order to do that, I'm just going to click the share button here, and then I'm going to create a public link, and then I'm going to copy that link into my clipboard. And now I'm ready to use this link inside of an email. Now, what I want to do inside of my GetResponse account is to come in and literally create an autoresponder. And then I'm going to create my first email. And I'm going to click this link there. I'm going to call this message "Thanks." Okay, and then once I have a decent title, I'm going to click the next step. I'm going to make sure that title is in both places, and then I'm going to click next step. Now, in order to keep this simple, we're just going to start from scratch here. We're going to click a blank template. And then in GetResponse, we're going to drag over a text block. And once we get it, we're just going to change the text in here and write a simple message to our subscribers. Okay, so once we have our message there, we are going to place our link here. And that is the link that we got from copy.com. If we'd like to make sure that our subscriber actually has their first name showing, we can personalize the email. And all we're going to do there is go to this little personalization, putting in their first name. And then that way, everyone who gets this email, they're going to see their first name show up in the email. So now you've got a note. Everyone that signs up for your email marketing list, they're going to get this valuable bribe that you've put together. And all you do have to do now is, now one thing you are going to have to do is I'm going to copy this entire note. And we're also going to put it in plain text so that if people, depending on how people have their email coming in, they'll actually get to see your entire email. We're going to close that up. We're going to click Next Step here. And when we do that, we're going to save and publish it. Once we save and publish this information, then everyone who signs up for your list, they're going to get that email along with your valuable bribe. So now everyone that comes to your page, they sign up for your email, they're going to get your bribe, and now you have basically started to build your list by getting people to see your squeeze or your autoresponder page where you're going to promise them something valuable in exchange for their email. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now, you may have noticed that the squeeze or autoresponder page has a very long URL, and if you were to give that to a customer or a prospect, it might frighten them or it might scare them off. And so what you want to do is you want to shorten that link and then give your customer or prospect your shortened link. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Now you'll see that this URL fairly long, and what we're going to do is we want to give our customer a shortened URL. So we're going to go to a site called TinyURL. And it's actually a URL shortener. There are several of them out there. There's Bitly and X.co. You can use any one of them that you want. In this particular case, we are going to go ahead and use TinyURL, which you're going to find right here in your Google search. And all we're going to do, of course, is we're going to take that URL, we're going to copy it, and then we're going to put it right inside of TinyURL. And in some cases, what you can do is, if you want to try to create something that's going to make a little sense, you can actually customize the link. So in this particular case, we're going to type in internet marketing 32015. And then we're going to make a TinyURL. Okay, and so our TinyURL is internet marketing 32015. So all we've got to do now is we can then take this link and we can use it around the web. We can use it in our emails. We can use it in some of the links that we present. And this is a lot better than showing people this particular link. And so as you go throughout the, as you exercise the activities, as you go throughout the course, you can use this URL to present your squeeze or autoresponder page. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about sharing your autoresponder or your squeeze page to the people that are going to be interested in having their problem solved or having the problem solved that your bribe actually speaks to. Now, when you do this, obviously, you are basically promoting and advertising your link. Now, this video is not about paid advertising, but it is about getting that link in front of the right people. People who, when they see that you are looking to solve their problem, they are going to want to opt in. Now, you can do this free on social media sites, so in places like Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, when you do that, what you want to do is you want to pay attention to groups, right? You want to pay attention to groups on Facebook and LinkedIn where there's an interest in your subject matter or where people have the problem that that you're trying to solve. Now, what's important about that is that, of course, you are not necessarily looking to gather where the experts are who are talking about the problem. You want to gather where people are going to be interested in having this problem solved. Right? Now, another way to think about this, of course, is to share this on YouTube also. So you want to have videos that address the problem, and then you are going to provide a link that will give them a solution to that problem after the video, someplace in the video where they can actually click. Now, as I said, the objective is not necessarily to join the group of other people with your subject matter. So in other words, you don't want to, if you are looking to to solve the problem of dog training, or let's say making money online. You don't necessarily want to join a group of experts on making money online. They're looking to share their expertise. You might want to look to be part of a group where people are looking for alternatives to getting a job, or alternatives to things that they are doing for income, because they're going to be the most interested in what you have to offer. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't be in places where experts are sharing information, but you don't want to be one voice among many. You want to be one voice among many that is sharing a solution to a problem. So think about where your bribe is going to make the most sense, where your bribe is going to have the most impact, and that is where you want to share your link. You want to focus your attention on YouTube, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. Now, obviously, you are going to have a video to share on YouTube, but you can definitely get in front of people who have the problem that your bribe solves. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, I'm going to be showing you what happens when someone actually opts into your list. Now when you get people to see your page, they're going to see what you're offering, and they're going to decide that they want your bribe. Now what happens is they're going to put their name and email address into the form on your page, and then they're going to be sent an email asking them to confirm that you have given them permission to send them business or marketing related emails. Now, once they click the link in the confirmation email, then they're going to be officially part of your email database. Now, you will then be able to see their names and email addresses inside of their autoresponder account, and then you can begin to send them marketing emails. Now, let's see this in action. Okay, now remember, we have already created our hidden URL. Okay, tinyurl.com, internet marketing 320125. And so now what we're going to do, we're just going to put this in our browser as if we were going to be one of your prospectives. So we now come to your opt-in page. What we're going to do now is we're going to type in our email address. And now that we have it, we're just going to click sign up here. So now you see what's going to happen, what your customer is actually going to see. They're going to see this that says that they're going to have a confirmation that they've got to do. So now what we want to do is we want to, just as we were our customer, we want to go to our email box to look for our confirmation. And you're going to see there that there's a confirmation there, right? So this is where you want to be aware of what your list is going to be titled, because this is what your customer is actually going to see. So you want to be aware of this. You may want to title your list something different so that when they see it, they'll see something that may look slightly more professional. They're going to click on this on the inside. They're now going to click confirm subscription, right? So you want them to click confirm subscription. And then they're going to be thanked for subscribing. Okay, so now once they become part of your list, let's take a look at what's actually happening inside of GetResponse. So we now have one person inside of our list in GetResponse, the one that we set up. There is Thomas Duncan, there's their email address, and that's where they're signed up. So now we actually have one person that's going to start getting emails from us from our GetResponse account. So that's really what is happening on the inside. What also happened, you remember, we set up a message sending out this link where we can have our bribe actually sent. Now, we didn't spend a lot of time writing the message. You can be a little more formal, but basically now your customer has access to the link where they're going to get the bribe that you sent to them. And you've placed the link inside of there. This link is now inside of their email, and you have given them valuable information. You can now begin to email them about other things. So now when I click that link inside of the email, there is the bribe right? That's the one that we set up inside of our free hosting, and it is now downloadable. So all the person has to do is click save, and they can save the now document to their hard drive. So now you have delivered your bribe, and you have actually done your marketing to these people, and you now have them on your list. So that is what happens when someone opts into your list and you actually deliver the bribe to them. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Okay, well, now that you know how to get people onto your list and you know what's happening, you probably want to know, well, now what kind of marketing emails can I send? What's going to work best that will help me to make more money online? Now, when you do this, you are going to want to look at, in particular, when someone is part of your email database, you can really send two different kinds of emails. Now, one is called a broadcast email. And this is an email which you will write and you'll send to all subscribers at the same time. So in other words, if I decide today that I have a special message for all of my subscribers, then I can decide to send that email and write it today and send it today. I can decide also to send it to a segment of my subscribers. So basically, it is one that I decide and I write and I decide to send today or right now. Now, the other kind of email is called an autoresponder email or a sequenced email. This is one that you're going to write ahead of time and just going to have it set up to be sent to all of your subscribers according to the day that they signed up. So in other words, if someone signed up on a Wednesday and then they get the email, they'll get the first email on Wednesday, they'll get the second one on Thursday, they'll get the third one on Friday. So these emails are emails that you have set up ahead of time. They're scheduled and they go out based on the day that the person actually becomes part of your list. Now, it's fair to mention that most marketers who make a lot of money using email marketing, they use broadcast emails. And they use them when they want to market new products or they want to market affiliate products. In other words, whenever they want to sell, they use broadcast emails, because you'll probably find that there are going to be product launches that you want to promote another affiliate, and they will not be they won't be such that you can actually put them in sequence ahead of time. You will then need to write a broadcast email to tell your subscribers about something great that you have to show them, and you will write that email and send it out as is. Now, when you want to provide education and value, typically you'll want to set those up ahead of time. You want those to go out on a regular basis. So, in other words, if you want someone to get education every single Thursday, you can set up your email sequence to make sure that people are getting a Thursday email with lots of value, okay? And so you can actually do that with your autoresponder emails. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to send both kinds of emails right now inside of GetResponse. I am now inside of GetResponse, and remember, I can send two kinds of emails. So when I look at GetResponse, a broadcast email in GetResponse is actually called a newsletter. That is what they call it. You're going to find it to be called different things inside of different autoresponder systems, but a broadcast email, or the one that I send on a spur of the moment or today, is called a newsletter. In order to create a sequence of emails, I will create an autoresponder. In order to keep track of and in order to manage those emails that I send ahead of time, I can go to the area where I can manage my autoresponders. So let's take a look at managing autoresponders. And right away, you should see something familiar. Remember how we saw this email that came out as soon as the person joined my list. You'll notice that this is going to be sent any day of the week that a person signs up for our list. You can set up emails like that to be sent automatically whenever you decide to send an email or whenever this person decides to become part of your list. These are emails, again, they are auto-responded. They will come to the user regardless of who they are when they sign up. Now, what happens if I decide to create a newsletter? Let's find out. Okay, so what I've done is I have tapped out an email for my subscribers that I'm going to be sending on a broadcast. So as soon as I send this, they're going to receive it. Doesn't matter when they signed up for my list, they're going to receive it as soon as I send it. Now, what I'm going to do here, remember, and you might remember this from a previous video, is I'm also going to make sure to copy this. Or I might have to do this another way. I might hit Control C, and I'm going to make a plain text version of this. So I'm also going to make sure that this is in the plain text area of GetResponse. They do have a feature where you can wrap long lines. You don't necessarily have to do that, but that's just something that I'll tend to do. And then now I know that the email is both inside of the HTML, it's also inside of the plain text, and it is now ready to be sent as a broadcast email. So I'm just going to click Next Step. Now, GetResponse is going to give me the ability to either send this email immediately, and everybody's going to get it right now, or I can set it maybe a couple of hours ahead, or even GetResponse will allow me to set it 3 days ahead. But now remember, this is different from an autoresponder email because I determine at this point when all receivers are going to get this email. Okay, if you want to do things on social media with the email, you can do that. But for the most part, this email is now ready to go. I'm going to send it immediately, and I'm going to hit the Publish button. Okay, GetResponse is now telling me that my email has been sent according to my settings. Now, one more thing to note on autoresponder emails. I mentioned that one thing that you can do is you can send autoresponder emails on a certain day. And if you're going to educate, this is one of the ways that you will be able to know when your subscribers are going to get your educational emails. Because one of the questions that often comes up is, well, if I send an autoresponder email and I send it based on when the person signs up, how will I know when I will send a broadcast email so that they're not getting two on the same day and causing them to unsubscribe? Well, one of the ways that you can work around that is that once you've actually signed someone up, if you're going to send educational emails, you can send them on the same day of the week at the same time. This also builds trust with your subscribers and with your buyers because they'll know when to expect your emails. They'll know when you are going to be giving them value, and it's a great way for you to be able to segment or organize your marketing so that you will be able to do both. You'll be able to give value and you will be able to send marketing emails. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing the content of your emails. And we want to talk about that content and what you're going to be putting in your emails before you actually start sending affiliate offers and offering products for them to buy. And it's important to think about this in a couple of different ways, and we want to go through that here in this video. Now, when you choose to send out marketing emails, one of the things you're going to have to just really take seriously is making sure that you're providing value to your subscribers. You really do want them to say subscribed. If you only send sales or marketing emails, your subscribers are likely to get tired. You are just going to be another voice in the crowd. You're going to be just like everybody else. And eventually, when they get tired of marketing emails, they're going to unsubscribe. And that is not what you want to go through all the trouble of building an email list for. Now, one of the questions that new marketers often ask is whether or not to send emails every single day or even more than that. And there is not necessarily any right or wrong answer. This is often going to depend on how your subscriber list really responds to your email. Now, what's most important about when you are sending emails prior to generating a sale or prior to sending offers is that you are consistent. And if you're going to send out an email every day, make sure you're sending out email every day. Make sure that you're doing it around the same time every day. Making sure that your subscribers are used to your pattern so that they open your email when you get it is going to be important. But then let's just go back to this idea of content. Make sure that you're giving your subscribers value. If they signed up for your list to solve a specific problem, whether it's in their life or in their business, make sure that you are continually giving them opportunities to share with you what it is that they're having problems with, so that you can continue to solve those kinds of problems. It's very important, again, so that you maintain the list that you work so hard to build. Every subscriber is really worth a considerable amount of profit to you if you make sure that they're getting value from being a part of your subscriber list. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we actually want to discuss when you're going to be ready to actually start sending marketing emails to your subscriber list. You are ready to start either offering affiliate products, or maybe you have a product of your own that you would like to offer. Regardless, there is going to be a point in time in which you have given your subscribers as much information and education as you are ready to give them, and now it's time for them to have the opportunity to participate with you by looking at an offer that you have for them. Now, when you do this, one of the things that you're going to want to think about here is that when you make money with your subscriber list by sending affiliate offers. Now, we actually do have a resource section for some great products for you to become an affiliate in order to send to your list. But now, it is one of the best ways to actually profit from your subscriber list, to profit from your efforts in marketing online, because once you have either generated a sale or once you have actually gotten someone to opt into your list, this is direct traffic to your offer. Now, when you do this, you will want to write your emails with your subscribers in mind, and you want to talk to them about how they're going to benefit from looking at the affiliate offer. In other words, you don't want to talk a lot about all of the various I'd say features of the item or of the offer. You don't want to talk about how wonderful it is. What you really want to talk about to the subscribers is them. They're thinking about themselves. You want to make sure that you let them know that it's all about them and how they're going to benefit. And you want them to have the understanding that what they really want, if they click the link in your email, they're going to actually get that benefit when they follow through. Now, one of the things you want to pay attention to is getting your subscribers to open your email. And you're going to do that by making sure that you have an attention-grabbing headline. It's probably the most important part of your email. You want to make sure that your headline literally grabs them by the throat and really gets them to take a look at your email so that they can't resist taking a look at it. So if your subscribers never open your email, well, they'll never get a chance to see your message. So the first part of it is you've got to get their attention. And of course, some of this really comes to knowing your subscribers, and you're going to be doing that as you get them onto your list, and as you interact with them, and as you send them email and they email you back. You're going to start to get a feel for what they're like, and you want to make sure that headline really speaks to them and really gets them anticipated and excited and opening that email. Now, once they've opened that email, your job in the email is to build their anticipation and get them to click the link. So you want to, again, talk about how they're going to benefit. You don't want to talk about the product. You want to talk about them and how they're going to benefit, how they're going to solve their problems once they click that link. And of course, as you do this, you're going to want to make sure that you use some basic statistics inside of your autoresponder account to find out how many people are opening your email. So if you have a list of 100 people and you have a specific headline you use, well, you want to know, hey, how many people responded to that headline? You want to know then, once people opened your email, well, how many people found your message appealing enough in order to click your link. The reason that you want to look at those things is because this is going to help you to improve with your next marketing email. It's very important that you read those statistics. And you may not want to if you're just getting started, and maybe you might feel as if, well, wow, this didn't go as well as I would have liked it to go. Well, that is really how you're going to want to improve. So do make sure that you look at those statistics. Test, track, and tweak your emails to make sure that you're getting good open rates and that you're getting good response once they've actually opened your email. Marketing to your subscriber list is not going to necessarily be easy, but yet if you will focus on your statistics, focus on providing them a benefit, and focus on getting them to open an email with an attention, throat-grabbing email, you will see success in your marketing by email to your subscribers. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing what you're going to be doing in order to keep your customer messages organized. Now, one of the best ways to be effective in your list building and your email marketing is to make sure that you're sending emails to buyers that are different from those who have not yet purchased from you. In other words, you want to treat those two groups of people differently. People who have already spent money, well, you want to make sure that you reward them in some way, or you speak to them so that you know and acknowledge and that you appreciate the fact that they have already purchased from you. And to do this, you're going to want to use a feature that is inside of most autoresponder companies. It is inside of GetResponse, and it is inside of companies like Aweber. You can actually use what's called email automation so that you can treat buyers and prospects differently. Now, when someone buys a product from you or through you, you will want them to be added to a different subscriber list. And one of the ways that you can do that is you might create a great or a fantastic bonus or an additional incentive for your buyers to sign up to a new list. And when they sign up to this new list, they're going to be actually placed and literally taken off of the prospect list. And what this does is it keeps you from having people unsubscribe as they find your messages to be irrelevant. Again, you want to make sure that you are talking in different ways to different kinds of people who are on your subscriber list. Let's take a look at how to do this. Now, inside of GetResponse, you're going to see a link that says automation, and you want to click that link from your dashboard and when you're inside of the list that you are working on. So if you're following along on GetResponse, go ahead and click that automation link. Now, when you see this page and you see automation rules, it may seem a little intimidating, but you shouldn't let it be. Now, what you're going to do here is very basic and very simple. You are in a list that you want people to be subscribed to, and all you're saying is that when someone is subscribed to your new list or when they opt into your list by getting your bonus, you want to make sure that they are removed from another list. And it really is that simple. So all automation does is it removes someone from one list and it puts them on another when they become part of a new list. And so you can play with this in all kinds of ways. Now, GetResponse has some other ways to do that. You can obviously do that upon sale, and if you are a little more advanced, you can do that. But basically, you want to have them added to a list, and then you want to have them removed from the list where they are prospects. It pretty much is that simple, and that will allow you to send two different kinds of emails to two different kinds of subscribers, and it will allow you to generate more sales and keep more people subscribed. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we are going to discuss what you're going to be doing once you've already started making sales from your email marketing. Now, the frequency of your emails, we talked about this in a previous video, is going to be less important than the value you provide. So making sure that even when you send an offer, you should be thinking about the people who are going to be on your subscriber list. You want to make sure that they are getting the ultimate value from being one of your subscribers, so that when you show them an offer, you're really showing them something that's really going to benefit them based on what you know about them. And then you might feel as if, well, am I sending too many affiliate offers? Am I sending too many marketing emails? This is going to be less important than you really having the best interest of your buyers in mind. So some weeks, if your buyers really benefit from 2 or 3 offers, then you might want to consider sending them to them. If your buyers would not benefit at all, even if there is a lucrative affiliate promotion going on, you should consider not sending an email, not sending a marketing email, because again, you are doing business with your subscribers and you want them to feel as if you have their best interests in mind. You should always have a mix in your emails of education, personal connection. In other words, you want to make sure that they know that you are relatable to them, that they know you, because again, people buy from those from whom they know, like, and trust. So you've got to take some of your emails and make that personal connection. Let them know you a little bit. Let them know who you are as a marketer and an entrepreneur. Let them know who you are as your journey in internet marketing has begun. So you want to make sure that you're connecting. So consider making sure you've got a mix of education, personal connection, and marketing, making sure that they like you as they go through their email. And you get people to trust you by keeping their best interests in mind. When you send emails, they'll be able to tell when you are actually giving them an offer. If the offer that you're sending out, affiliate offer or one that you've created, it has nothing to do with where they're coming from, why they signed up for your list, then you're going to have the tendency of losing them. But if you can send out offers and education and webinars and links to articles and things that really tell them that you understood why they signed up, your subscriber list, those people are going to begin to trust you. And when you send out an affiliate offer, right, when you have their best interest in mind, they are going to open your emails and they're going to be looking to buy from you. Again, trust is very important when you are marketing. Now, one of the things you want to do is you want to survey your subscribers. Ask them what they need. Send them to a survey, or just ask them to email you back if your list is small enough. Let them tell you what it is that they could really benefit by, something that they don't know, something they're really struggling with. Because this is the best way to create and find affiliate offers, is to find out what your subscriber list really, truly wants and feels as if they need. You're going to generate more opens on your promotional emails. In other words, more people are going to see your email because they trust you, and they're going to open it, and they're going to click your links, again, because you have established that kind of trust. So email marketing after the sale, after you've started generating sales, is just as important, that you continue to build a relationship with your subscribers, that you continue to build your business around generating things that will be in the best interest of those people, and then you will see your business and sales and profits grow as an affiliate or even as a product creator and email marketer. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we want to discuss finding follow-up offers. Now, obviously, you have been generating profit, perhaps on your first affiliate offer or maybe product offer, but now what you need to do is you need to find the next offer that's going to be in the best interest of your subscriber list. So you need to be finding follow-up offers. Now, obviously, in the resource area, there are follow-up offers that you can use to promote to your subscriber list. All you have to do is to become an affiliate, and you will be able to promote those offers to your list. So make sure that you are looking in the resource area of this course. Now, in general, you want to make sure that the affiliate promotions that you do, they don't destroy the trust of your buyer. So you don't want to send an affiliate offer that you don't think is going to really benefit them or is going to cause them to either want to refund and look at you in a different light, you want to make sure that when you send your subscribers to an offer, that it makes you look good. Now, if the affiliate has prepared bonuses for you in advance, now this is a good offer to promote typically, because if the affiliate goes through the trouble of helping you to actually sell, now provided it's a great product, provided it's really going to benefit your subscriber list, an affiliate that goes through the trouble of giving you the opportunity to use bonuses on their behalf, this is going to be a good offer, and typically that's going to help you to make more sales. And often an affiliate or a vendor, they will give you selling tools, and you always want to look for the selling tools, because typically they'll have a proven email, and we call those swipes in the industry. And you can use those swipes because you can literally swipe them off the page and you can put them inside of your email, and you can have a good Now, often an affiliate or vendor, they're going to give you selling tools. And this will include banners and sales pages and marketing emails. And you can use those marketing emails in your own campaigns because they will actually help you to sell the product better. So this is a good indication when you're looking for a follow-up offer, when an affiliate gives you these kinds of tools that, hey, these are going to do well with your subscriber list when you send it out. And when you use these things, make sure that you use them in your own style. So if you get a marketing email or swipe, you don't necessarily want to take it as it is. You want to use it as a template. And that means that you want to tailor it based on things that you've said in the past. And you want to add in your own style and your own way of communicating with the people who are on your subscriber list, because that is what they're looking for. They're looking for that kind of interaction with you. So again, make sure that it's a good offer. Make sure that it's really going to benefit your subscriber list. But then once you've done that, start looking for those affiliate offers that have those tools, because those tools are actually going to help you to convert those subscribers into sellers when they open up your email. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about increasing your sales with bonuses. Now, when you are offering your affiliate products and you are promoting other products to your subscriber list, one of the ways that you can entice your subscribers to buy them is by offering them bonus products, giving them some extra, giving them something on top of what they're buying so that they'll get more enjoyment out of their purchase. Now, if you're wondering, where can I get bonus products if you don't want to create them yourself? Well, you can purchase additional private label rights products or master resale rights products. And typically, there are a number of them that are specifically made and packaged and already zipped up just for this purpose. Now, the most important thing is not necessarily how you package them or what they are. The most important thing about offering bonuses is to make sure they are directly relevant to the affiliate offer. Now, one of the things that you want to think about when offering that bonus is, of course, making sure that it looks like something that will help them to get more enjoyment, something that will help them to use it faster or use it better. So think about that when you're selecting a proper bonus. Now, to deliver that bonus, you're going to use a squeege or autoresponder page and ask your buyer to opt in to get the bonus. So in other words, when they actually get their bonus, or the way they're going to get their bonus is, you are going to actually have them to send their receipt to you. Then you're going to send them a link to opt in order to get your bonus. Now, this way, again, you're going to be managing your list. You're going to be managing it efficiently and appropriately. So when someone buys that new product, they are going to be taken off your prospect list and they're going to be placed onto your buyer's list. And of course, depending on how you want to organize, you will have more information that will help you to market to them. So you can continually segment your list. You can be more and more sophisticated, or you can keep it really simple by keeping it between those who buy and those who don't buy. Now, the most important thing again in selecting a bonus, making sure that it's relevant, making sure that you get the buyer to opt in order to get it. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing creating your own follow-up offers because in some cases, there aren't going to be appropriate affiliate offers for you in order to promote. Now, one of the best ways to grow your list is to create your own follow-up offers. And the reason is because you will then have an offer that other affiliates can promote to their list. So think about this. In the same way that you'll be promoting affiliate offers, people will be able to promote your offer. That means that you'll be able to leverage the traffic and the subscriber list of other marketers. Now, if you don't want to create a product of your own from scratch, you can purchase a product with private label or resale rights. As a matter of fact, make sure you check the resource area of this course for great suggestions on private label rights and resale rights products that you can use in order to create your own product offer. Now, one of the things that you want to think about is that this means that you can get new customers by doing a product launch yourself. And you'll be promoting your launch in places online where your customers and prospects gather. So you'll be able to literally get people who are interested in a brand new offering that you'll be doing, and you'll be doing that with a product that basically is created by another marketer. So you don't have to create it yourself. You'll just be able to launch it as if it is yours. Now, of course, every person that buys that product will be placed on your buyer's list. You want to make sure that that process happens. And at the same time, you are going to want to use your autoresponder automation to make sure to remove that person from your prospect subscriber list. So creating your own product offer or follow-up offer is a great way to build your list and to be able to leverage the list of other people by giving them the opportunity to promote your product as an affiliate. So again, make sure you're looking in the resource area for great opportunities and great suggestions on private label rights and resale rights products that you can use as your own to create your own follow-up offer. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, if you follow the logic, you understand the value of product creation is that other affiliates can promote your product and bring more people to become part of your list through the buying process. But you may not be comfortable using another product that has private label rights or resale rights, and you might feel as if you're going to have your name on it, that you want to actually do it yourself. You want to create the product yourself, but you may be a little intimidated by the process. And that's natural. Most people, when they start internet marketing, they're intimidated by the product creation process. They think maybe they don't know enough to create information that people want to buy. And I want to set you at ease when you start to think about this way. If you know the problems and questions that people have in your niche, you can create products to address them. It's really as simple as understanding what people really are struggling with and making sure that you go through the process of getting them the information that they need to accomplish their goals, to reach more objectives, and to solve the problems that they have. Now, what some marketers do is they'll just hire another marketer to create ebooks or create audios or video courses. They'll find these people on freelance sites such as Elance and Odesk. And there are all kinds of freelance sites where people will literally create the products for you. and they will allow you to put your own name on it. Now, of course, other marketers, they will actually do the product themselves. And the way that they do it is that they bring in other experts to address each subject and they interview them. Sometimes they'll interview them on a video. Sometimes they'll interview them on audio. But they are bringing in these experts, getting them to basically give their advice. And many people, right, many entrepreneurs love this opportunity to be before an audience because it allows them to demonstrate their expertise. It allows them to get exposure to another market that they wouldn't have gotten exposure to otherwise. And it allows you to have and deliver valuable information to those buyers as well as your subscribers. Now, it's a good practice for you to get used to right now at the beginning when you're starting to create products, outsourcing. And two of the things that you want to make sure that you outsource from the very beginning are the copywriting and the graphics and the sales pages. All of those things typically can be done by experts to make your product attractive and sellable. Look, people buy packaging, and if your product is packaged appropriately, right? You've taken the time to make a great product and you're going to take the time and make sure your packaging is great, you can have a successful product that you create. And of course, the more products that you create, the more affiliates you will have the chance to have promote your product. It's really that simple. It is a numbers game. And then you will have and gain more subscribers and more customers. So don't be intimidated by product creation. If you're ready to undertake this challenge, just make sure that you create something that addresses the problems and concerns of your subscribers and the people that you know that are in your niche. Deliver high quality information. Make sure your product is packaged correctly. Take the time to outsource those tasks to make sure that the packaging is great, copywriting and sales pages and graphics, and you are going to have your own successful product that will attract other affiliates. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about an effective traffic method that's going to help you to build your list: joint ventures. Now, joint ventures are similar to having affiliates, and they're just as effective. Now, if you think about affiliates is leveraging the subscriber list of other people. Well, in a joint venture, what you're doing is you and someone else, another marketer, you are sharing the responsibility in creating and launching a product. And when you do that, you are going to be able to easily create a product. Maybe if you don't have some of the experience in some of the areas that you feel that you're weak in, or you can't get it to market fast, you can work with someone else and you can get the product to market faster, and you'll be able to create a high quality product using their gifts and talents and abilities. Now, most importantly, each customer from a joint venture can add a new customer and prospect to your subscriber list. So think about this. When your joint venture partner brings their customers, you're going to have access and they're going to be your new customer as you create the product with your partner. Now, the secret to joint ventures, if there is one, is to build relationships. And of course, that means that there really is no secret. Building relationships with other marketers at all levels. You want to start building relationships with those who are further along. You want to start building relationships with those who are coming along at the same time you are, and those who are coming along behind you, because you never know when someone's going to have a great idea that you are going to want to participate in, or when you have skills and gifts that you can add to a project. And a joint venture is a great way to combine efforts and get the leverage that other people's work and experience. Now, there's several ways to do joint ventures so that they help you to get more people onto your list. Now, let's think about this. Now, one of the ways that new marketers often share the responsibility of product creation is to add a bonus to someone who is creating a new product. And what you would do in this case is you would ask the marketer who is launching a product to allow you to make your product available for free on their download page. Now, this helps the marketer because they're going to be able to offer a fantastic bonus to their customer, and it's going to give their customer an added incentive to buy their product. It's going to help you because in order to get the product, what are you going to do? You're going to make them opt in order to get it. Now, one tip that makes this particular joint venture strategy effective is to make sure that you have an attractive graphic created for your buyers to click on in order to get your opt-in page. Now, you can have this kind of graphic easily outsourced on a site like Fiverr. This is a great way, again, to leverage the work of other people. You don't want to try to create graphics. You want to make sure you're building your relationships, creating great products, and doing great marketing. So JVs can be an excellent way of building your list, especially if you do it this way. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, you may be asking the question, what if you were to use a website in order to build your list? Now, obviously, throughout this course, you've seen a very easy method of list building and creating an online income that really did not require you to have or use a website. And you can certainly use that method and you will be perfectly fine. Now, everything that we've discussed about list building will work just as well, if not better, if you have your own hosting and your own website. Now, several of the processes that we've gone over will be easier and provide more continuity for your customers if you use a website in order to communicate with them. Now, there are several, probably many, free website building platforms that you can use that don't require hosting. You can go to WordPress.com or Blogger.com or Wix or any of those platforms in order to build your website. Now, most marketers tend to get their own hosting space and they use WordPress as their website builder. Now, if you aren't technical and all of that seems to be overwhelming, each of the steps we're going to be talking about in the next few videos can be completed by someone on the Fiverr website. These things can be outsourced and they can be outsourced inexpensively. So don't be overwhelmed by them. If you don't feel as if you want to do them or they seem to be too complicated or they stop you from progressing, look, just send them over to someone else to do them and then you reap the benefit. There's no reason for you to have to do anything that will keep you from moving in your online marketing business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about outsourcing on Fiverr and other sites. And obviously, we have been talking about that for a few videos. Now let's take a look at what that would actually mean. You are now looking at the website Fiverr. And there are a number of services that you can have done by service providers for $5. And it is probably your starting place. When you have a small task that you want to have done, you will want to check here in Fiverr to see if it is something that you can actually have done. Now, in one case, we talked about the fact that you can have a graphic done, you can have your website installed. There are a number of things that you can have done. You can see here we have typed in WordPress installed, and there are people who can solve just about any problem with WordPress. They're willing to do this for $5. The key in using Fiverr is to make sure that you're getting someone who is highly recommended and who has already completed various jobs and done a great job at it. And again, it's just like any other rating system. You want to find people with high ratings who can get the job done within a reasonable period of time for you. And just about any service that you want, you'll want to go here. You want to put your service inside of the search bar, and then you'll want to look for the person who has the highest rating and then go with that person. Now, if you want to move from, you don't want to have your service done on Fiverr, or maybe it's something that just requires a little more sophistication, you can use a site like Elance to find a freelancer. You can also use Odesk, very same kind of service. as well as you can use the Warrior form that does various tasks if you go inside of one of the sub forums, Warriors for Hire, and you can find people that actually will be able to complete your task for your marketing business. So when you start thinking about tasks that you find that are too complicated, remember, start first with Fiverr, then go to the other sites to see if it is something that you can have done. Anything that you can have done that is not marketing related, that doesn't really require your expertise, these are the kinds of things that you want to start thinking about outsourcing here at the very beginning. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're just going to discuss a brief step. Obviously, if you're going to have a website, you are going to need a domain name, and we'll just show you how to do that briefly in case you haven't done this before. Now, obviously, there are a number of places where you can get a domain name. Most marketers will be using either the website Namecheap or they'll use GoDaddy. Both of these companies are used to internet marketers, and their setup is fairly easy once you actually purchase hosting. So once you know what your domain name is, if you want to name it something around your niche or if you want to brand it around yourself, you can do that. Of course, when possible, you want to get a .com if you can. Otherwise, it's a pretty simple process. You're going to need to buy a domain name, get your account set up, and then once you've done that, you'll be ready to go on to the next step. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to go through the next step in building your website. You are going to want to purchase your own hosting account, and that's a fairly simple process. I'm going to show you two companies that a number of internet marketers use. However, you can use whatever company that you feel most comfortable with, but these are two companies that probably the bulk of internet marketers are going to be using in one way or another. Now you are going to see a number of marketers using HostGator, and it's fairly simple to get an account started. You're just going to go ahead and sign up for an account, and if you're only going to have one website, you can always come back and expand. There's no need to go and get reseller or VPS or any of those things yet until you have more websites. And when you get started, you can just go ahead and get your basic hosting account from HostGator. A number of marketers will also use Bluehost. The prices are comparable. You might be tempted to use someplace like GoDaddy or Namecheap because you got your domain names there, but it's recommended that you use a different company for your domain name that you do for your hosting. So that is why we are showing you both HostGator and Bluehost as opposed to the other two companies, GoDaddy and Namecheap, both of which will sell hosting. But again, make sure that if you possibly can, use a different company for your hosting and for your website, because when there's a problem, you want to be able to isolate that problem, and it's easier to isolate the problem when you have those two sources in different places. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to connect our hosting and domain name, and it's a very brief process, but it is one that you want to take note of. Once again, now I would suggest that if this is something that you just don't want to do, consider having this outsourced either on Fiverr or consider having it outsourced on Elance or Odesk. So if the process is a little too technical, you don't want to do it, just have the process outsourced. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look. Now when you work with a company like HostGator, they're going to give you some information in your account information about name servers. Right now, in this particular case, these two name servers are going to be unique. And what you're going to do with these name servers is you're going to go over to your domain name and you're going to use these name servers. This is the information. You're probably going to get it in an email. And you're going to connect your domain name with the name servers at your hosting account. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to take a look over here in GoDaddy. And this is an actual domain name. So what you would do is you'd go inside of the name servers area. Now this particular case, it's already got some name servers in there, but if we wanted to change it, we'd click Manage. And then we'd basically type in custom name servers, and we'd put in that information that we got here from HostGator, right, which is likely in an email or likely someplace on your dashboard inside of HostGator. You're going to put this information in here, add your name servers, and then it's going to take, it could take up to 24 to 48 hours. That's what they typically say. And it could be shorter, so you want to be checking back and forth to make sure that your hosting account and your domain name are connected. But you'll need to give it some time. It's not going to happen instantaneously. It typically is going to take a little while. So once you've done that, then you will have your domain name set, and you will then have your hosting ready to go, and you will be ready then to build your website. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to just go through a brief process of showing you how to upload files to your domain name and your hosting. And whenever you place files on your domain name and hosting, you are going to need to have a special program that's called an FTP program, and we'll show you that right now. Now the free program that most marketers use is called FileZilla, and all you got to do is go to the FileZilla link that goes right here at the top. You're going to want to download the client copy. So there's also a server download, but you want to download the client copy, and then you're going to have a program on your hard drive. Now that program is going to look something like this. And what you're going to be able to do is you are literally going to be able to see your website from the other side or from the other end, and you are going to be able to upload files to it. Now in this box, that is the host box, this is going to be the name of your domain name. So in this particular case, you're going to want to, without the www, without the HTTP, going to want to write in your host name. In this area, you're going to get a username. Now this username is going to come from your hosting account, right? So you'll need to get that information. It'll typically come in an email, and you're going to use that information in order to log in. You're also going to get from your host a password to use. Now you'll be able to use that password for this domain name and this hosting, and that will allow you to log in and get into the files into the back area of your website. You're going to see one other box here, and that's going to be the port area. You're not going to use that area too much, so for the most part, if you use HostGator, you'll just be able to use these three boxes in order to get your website started. Now, once you have all that information entered in here, you're just going to click the Quick Connect button here. And when you do that, you're going to see some files here. You're going to see this particular directory that says public HTML. Now that's really where you're going to put all of the files that the public is going to see. Now when you want to create a place to, let's say, put a file that's going to be downloaded, you're going to do it inside of this public HTML folder. So the way FileZilla works is that once you're logged in, you can literally click these directories and use them just as you would on your personal computer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click inside of the public HTML folder. Now as you can see, there are no folders there. So what I'm going to do now is, just so that you can see me do it, I'm going to create a folder and a directory, and I'm going to just right click. I'm going to create a directory, and I'm going to put in here bonus. Right, so if I want to deliver my bonus from that directory, now all I've got to do is click inside of here, and I'll literally be able to use this directory on my server in order to deliver my bonus. So let's take a look at how I would do that. So of course, what I would do is I would make it deliverable. I'd right click it, I'd send it to a compressed file on my computer. Then once I do that, then it's ready for uploading to my server. And literally all I've got to do is drag and drop it up to my server. And I'm going to do that by just sliding it over, dragging and dropping it into that bonus file. And it's going to start the upload process. And there you'll see it's now on my server. And now I can deliver it. Now, in order to get the URL, all I would have to do is have my domain name and then / and this directory. So when you see the public HTML, you might want to say that that's just like seeing your domain name. So this would be your domain name / bonus and then your webinar file, and you would have a file that is ready for delivery. And that is how you upload files to your hosting. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to discuss an easy website alternative both to manage and to get installed. And it's actually called WordPress. You may have heard of it. Now we're going to do a brief WordPress installation, and all you're going to have to do is to get into the control panel of your website, or the cPanel, and then we are going to get started. Now once you're inside of your control panel, or cPanel as it is called, you are then going to want to look for this area for software and services. Now wherever you see a software and services installation facility, you are going to log into one called Fantastico, and we'll just go ahead and click this link. Once we're on the inside, we are going to look for WordPress, and we're going to click that. And then we are going to do a new installation. So all you've got to do is click New Installation for WordPress here. And if you want to install WordPress as your main website, you're not going to put anything in that directory. You're going to give yourself an administrator name and password. You're going to want to type in, you want to give yourself an admin nickname. You're going to want to put the email address where you want everything to go to. And then this you can leave blank, or you can write something in here. This is what you're going to call your site. So I'm going to go ahead and type this in, and then we're going to just click Install WordPress. Okay, Fantastico will then prompt you to finish the installation. You're going to click that button there. And then you want to have the details sent to your email address, and then you are ready to log into your website. You want to go ahead and click this directory. And that will bring you to your WordPress website. And then all you'll need to do then is log in. And you will then have access to your website. Your website will be very basic when you look at it. And it will need some customization. There are lots of tutorials online as to how you can customize your website, but your website is basically then installed, and you can start using it in order to give your subscribers valuable information, as well as to do some list building. Now in the next video, we are going to show you how to put your autoresponder code or your squeeze page on your actual website. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to show you how to take your autoresponder form and place it on your WordPress website. And it's a fairly easy process to do, although you might want to size or adjust the size of your autoresponder or squeeze page. But we're first just going to show you how to get it on to your website. Now you probably recall the page where we created our squeeze page or our autoresponder page, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the publish button here, and you're going to notice that we use GetResponse to host our form the last time. But what we can do is we can click this button that says we will install our own form. And so in order to do that, all we've got to do is to pick up this JavaScript code right there, copy it. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go over to our WordPress website. We can put it on a page, we can put it inside of a post, or we can put it in a widget. Now in this particular case, we're just going to use a page here. I'm going to add a new page. And I'm going to go over to the text area and I'm going to put my code in there. I'm going to click publish. I'm going to give my page a title. And then we're going to click publish. Once we've done that, if we can view the page here, and our WordPress website now has our autoresponder form. All we've got to do is we can name this, or we can adjust it to look the way we want on our website. But that is how you get your form onto your website. You can put it inside of a post. You can also put it inside of a widget. Pretty much you can make it as flexible as you want inside of WordPress. Now, once again, if these things are too technical for you, or you want to do something specific, the best suggestion is that you would go ahead and have this outsourced. It is something that people can do very inexpensively, and you can spend your time then on marketing your business. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.